One area that let him down tonight, Karen, is the performance from the goalkeeper, Andre Onana. What did you think of his night?
Well, we said it from the top of the show, we said it at half-time. You know, he's made noise this week with obviously his comments, and if you're going to do that, you have to back it up with your performances. And it hasn't been just this one-off. You know, he's made 8 errors that have led to goals in the Premier League this season. That's the most. And obviously this, for me, the bounce catches him out, he doesn't concentrate on it, and you know, this is probably the worst angle for me. And when you're away in Europe, when you've got the fans in the stadium all against you, you need your goalkeeper to keep you in the game, dig you out from mistakes. This one I'm still kind of caught up in two minds whether, you know, it was just a reaction shot and it's quite close and he couldn't do much to it. I probably will edge on that. But nonetheless, it's when you do a lot of talking, you have to be clean in your performance, and he wasn't tonight, and that's disappointing because, like Paul said, I think the team as a whole did defend quite well.
I think his hands have to be a bit softer. Look, I'm no goalkeeping expert, but I think just soft hands just stops that ball, doesn't it? And look, he needs to be better. He's had a really poor year, and as you said, talking about other teams is probably not a wise thing to do.
Amarim just said in that interview that he's going to stick with Andre Onana, he's going to stick with what he's been working with at the moment. A Manchester United fan, they're voicing their opinion. He thinks that it should be a priority to get a new goalkeeper. You've just run through what you think should be the priority for them. Is a goalkeeper near the top of that list?
Yeah, I think it's something they have to think of, but you have to think budget-wise as well. You know, where are the priorities in this team? Can you get away without spending money on a goalkeeper? Goalkeepers are the very important parts of a football team, of course, yeah, and he's not been quite good enough, and maybe he needs a bit of competition as well. It's quite clear that number 2, they've got the Turkish lad, probably isn't good enough to step into his place. But look, it'll come down to money and what he's got to spend, whether he thinks he needs more forwards, more midfield players, and he can just save 30-40 million with a goalkeeper, then just try and survive with it. Because we've seen this goalkeeper is capable. At Ajax, he was good. At Inter Milan, he was good, especially with his feet. That's another issue. He was brought to be a good footballer, and that hasn't quite happened as well as conceding the goal, which is the most important thing. I don't think his passing and distribution from the back has been great. So, look, there are a lot of problems for Ruben Amorim, and he knows that, and he's got a lot to solve.